But now I kind of regret doing that, just simply because I'm like, I felt like I limited myself to a specific pathway. Hi guys, it's Faith. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thanks for clicking on the video and tuning in. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Make sure you all press that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. In today's video, I'm just going to be doing a Q&A. I put a question poll out on my Instagram and asked for questions. Well, first I asked if anyone wanted a Q&A because I wasn't sure. I don't feel like I've actually introduced myself on this channel or said what I'm about. So I was like, what better way for me to introduce myself to y'all and just answer some of your questions. So yes, without further ado, I will start answering the questions that were sent through on Instagram. So let me just start by saying I'm Faith. I'm 22 years old and yeah, that's pretty much it. Just kidding. So question number 1, where am I from? So originally I'm from Guyana, which is in South America. It's next to Brazil. Not many people know where it is, but that's where it is, and we are classed as being part of the Caribbean, but because we're not an island and because in South America we're the only English speaking country, it's kind of hard. So yeah, I either tell people that I'm from South America, which is true, or I just say I'm from Guyana, which is in the Caribbean, which is also true, but we're just not an island. So yeah, that's why I sometimes have a little bit of an accent that people always ask, where's your accent from? Yes, that is where I am from originally. I am fully Guyanese. I was born there and I came to England when I was 7. So yeah, it's complicated. So I live in the United Kingdom. I live in the northwest of England. I am not going to get too specific, but I will just say that I live in Cheshire. I used to live in London, but that's why I keep making references to London, because for the most part of being in the United Kingdom, that's where I live. And we moved up to Cheshire about a year and a half ago. I'm going to answer this question next because this is what everyone wants to know. Why did I decide to start a business? How long I've wanted to start a business, and why did I pick jewellery? So I'm just going to answer all 3 of those questions in one basically. So I wanted to start a business for ages, since 2018 to be specific. I just didn't know what I wanted the business to be about or what type of business I wanted to start. When I was in school, I literally just loved science. Those were the subjects that I literally focused on. I did biology, chemistry, psychology, from GCSEs. Actually in year 6, I just decided this is what I want to do. I'm just going to do all the sciences. But now I kind of regret doing that, just simply because I'm like, I felt like I limited myself to a specific pathway, and I don't know if that was the best thing considering where my mindset is at now and how I see myself progressing in the future. So I wanted to do medicine at one point. I don't know if I will still go and do medicine, but at the moment I'm doing nursing. Yeah, and I just decided to start this business. Everything just all started around the same time. I didn't have a plan specifically saying, oh, in 2021 I'm going to start my business. I wanted to start a business since roughly 2018, but I was like, I don't have an idea of what I want to start. And I was like, how am I going to start this business? I don't really have money. Well, I had money, but I just kept making excuses. I was like, I don't have the time for it. And when you live in London, like I said, I was traveling 2 hours to and from work. So it was 4 hours commuting each day. And then I do 13-hour shifts. Not every day, but up to 4 days a week. So I was pretty drained. On my days off, I was sleeping or catching up with errands. But my dad's always said, Faith, I see you as someone that has your would have your own business. And I like running things. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend. I like being large and in charge. As my sister would say, that is just me. So yeah, I have no problems working for other people, but a switch clicked in my head this year, last year, and I was like, this is not something that I would like to be doing all my life. So yeah, I've been working in healthcare for 4 years, like straight. Since I turned 18, I started working in a hospital. And if you work in a hospital, especially in England, you know what it's like. You know the struggles. Like, you do long shifts, the hours are just crazy. In the winter, you literally do not see the sunlight. Like, it's literally dark when you go to work, dark when you leave work. And it's just not something that's sustainable for me. I think mentally, physically, emotionally, it's very taxing on your body. And I was like, you know what, I'm young. I started at a young age, and when I look back, I don't want to be one of those people that says, I've been in healthcare for 40 years, I've been in 50 years. Kudos to those people. Like, I take my hats off to them. Don't get me wrong, I do love what I do. It brings great satisfaction to me, and it is a very rewarding job. But I can't do it all my life. Like, if you see my physique, I'm a little person, and doing certain things for a prolonged period of time, it definitely takes its toll on your body. And I thought to myself, well, Faith, when you come to the age of retirement, you don't want to be thinking, oh, my body is too broken for me to enjoy, you know, my retirement. It's just not something that, it's not attractive to me. And number two, having started when I was 18, and the retirement age is currently around 65 years old. By the time I get to 65, it will probably be raised. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want that. So I decided, what can I do? Well, I thought to myself, what is it that I could do to, you know, offload some of this and ensure that when I get to a certain age, I don't have to always rely on a standard, like, you know, 9 to 5 job. Well, I say 9 to 5, but y'all understand what I'm trying to say. So the next part, why did I choose jewelry? So shout out to Amara if you're watching this video, because me and her had a little chat, or it was a long chat. It was several chats actually, but anyways, she was talking about wanting to start her business. Amara is one of my friends from college. She was talking about starting a business, and I was like, you know what, Amara, I wanted to start a business too, but I've been lazy, I've been complacent, I've just been sitting doing nothing about it, but other than thinking. And I was just like, Faith, what are you thinking about? Like, thinking but not doing is not good enough. So Amara was talking to me, and I was talking to her, and I was like, you know what, I've really got to like just pull my socks up and like do this and just get a move on with it. And I was like trying to encourage her to like start her business as well. And I was like, you know what, Faith, I sat down with my phone and I started brainstorming, and I was like, ideas that I could do. I came up with a few ideas, but they were not given as much, because they had like logistical factors that I'd had to consider. And I thought, what is it that I could do that would be simple for me to manage whilst at work and whilst balancing other things, but still, you know, give me the satisfaction that I want, something that I'd be interested in. And I kid you not, I fell asleep, and then I just woke up. Like, I woke up with a clear vision. I don't know if I was dreaming or what was happening, but I just woke up and I was like, you know what, Faith, this is the idea right here. You're gonna do jewelry. I literally got up, got back on my phone, and I started typing, because I was like, I don't want to forget any of the ideas. So literally that night, because I was having a midday nap, guys, don't judge. That night I woke up. Well, that night I decided I was going to do all of these things, and I literally told my mum and dad, like, the next day. I was like, I'm going to start a jewelry business. They weren't too shocked. I think they were like, well, where did this just all of a sudden come from? But I think my dad was happy actually, because he's like, she's finally thought of the business. But anyways, yeah, that's just what happened. And then I was like, I've already looked up some suppliers, and yeah, I think I was on a night shift the day before. That's probably why I was sleeping like at an odd time. But yeah, that's what I did. And then I just started watching YouTube videos, and I started educating myself so that I could, you know, be on it. And then I told Amara, I was like, I've got my idea now. And then yeah, we've just been progressing, you know. So that is, love to see it. Anyway, so yeah, that's why I decided to do jewelry, guys, just because it's a bit convenient for me. It's easy. I don't have to do like too much. Don't get me wrong, I have to do a lot, but I don't have to do everything, like physically make everything myself, which is something that I knew I didn't have the time to do. So I picked the designs that I want. At some point, like I said in a previous video, I do want to have my own designs that I draw up and I send to the manufacturer, but at the moment, not now. So if you are interested on why I started, well, how I started my business, I made a video, my very first YouTube video. I will link it at the top for y'all to be able to watch. So click on that if you're interested after you watch this video, of course. I don't know, I thought of the idea in September, the end of September, and I launched in December. So the next question. Somebody asks, when will our sterling silver necklaces be back in stock? The majority of my necklaces are sterling silver, but I think you wanted to know, when are the silver colored necklaces going to be back in stock? So like I said before, my business mainly specializes in gold jewelry. Like, that is part of our USP. That is part of what we do. We don't really focus on silver. I'm not atting anybody, there's no shade intended, but guys, it's mainly gold that we're focusing on. I did say that I might do a silver edit on Instagram, so drop some silver pieces at some point, but the answer to your question is I don't have a set date. I'm not sure when that will be happening because I want to focus on gold jewelry for now and get that off the ground. So yeah, when I did launch, I did have a few silver pieces, but they've sold out, and I'm just not sure when I'll be restocking them. The next question, what are my hobbies? So prior to the gym shutting and prior to starting my business, I loved going to the gym. Like, once we moved up here and I said I had lots of time, I liked going to the gym, but my gym shut and I haven't found another one to replace that gym. That was a great gym, guys. I know I always say this, but it was really a great gym. And yeah, I like going out for food. That is something that I won't turn down. I love going out for food. Spending time with family and friends and traveling. We haven't been able to travel much because of the pandemic, but I'm crossing my fingers that this summer I'll be able to go somewhere. And yeah, reading. I love reading, but I've just not had enough time. I have not been making time for it as much, but I will start to read a lot more. It's just an escape, you know. Right, what else? So, how do you balance everything? So job, family, faith, fitness, etc. So, this is actually hard. I try to plan everything out. I'm not as organized as I'd like to be, but all of these things take up quite a lot of time, all the things that I'm doing. So if you don't know already, I'm studying nursing. I've got a small business, which is my jewelry business, bykanuku. I go to church. Don't go to the gym as much, but I do want to start going back to the gym. I also work, so I work in healthcare whilst doing my nursing degree. And then yeah, I've got time to spend with my family, which is basically my mom, dad, brothers. It is hard balancing everything, but you know what? Like, so because I do long shifts, it'll be 3 shifts a week, 4 max. And then you might do an odd extra shift here and there, whether they're short or whether you need extra money or so. I try to do a couple extra shifts a month, but if like my brother's visiting, let's say, I will make sure that I left time off so that I can spend time with him, because that is like literally my G. Like, we are like this. And then the days that I'm not at work or I'm not at uni, I work on my business. So let's say 2 days a week I will put towards my business. That would be in an ideal situation. But for me, whenever I've got spare time, I'm working on my business. When I wake up in the morning, that's when I dedicate to like reading my Bible. So I wake up, read my Bible, then I check social media. If I would need to respond to anything, that's when I'd respond to things. I try to batch create my content. For YouTube, it's working very well, but for Instagram, it's not as streamlined yet. For TikTok, I've been making loads of TikToks on there, but yeah, just add me. Your girl is present on TikTok at last. Yeah, it's hard, guys. It's hard. that's all I can say. It's very hard and I do find it very difficult, but I'm just trying my best to batch create things, and then when I've got an assignment, I focus on the assignment, and then when I don't have an assignment, I focus on my business. I prioritize everything, and then whichever is closest to the deadline, that's what I do first. But because of the business, I've got so many hats to wear. I've got the social media hat, and I've got the marketing hat, and I've got the website coding hat on, and then I've got the saleswoman's hat, and then I've got the social media hat. Like, I've got to do everything. I've got to source the product, I've got to take the pictures, I've got to do the marketing. I have to do everything, and I'm just one person, so I'm trying, like, so I try to like not give myself too much to do at once, but by the time you take one thing off the list, the other thing comes around. So it is hard, but I'm hoping that as I grow my business, it will work out. When I'm on holidays from uni, so when it's like uni holidays, I might do a couple extra shifts, but then the majority of that time now, instead of working, has now gone into doing stuff in my business, because my plan is to set up my business as much as I possibly can in the first year of uni, automate as much as I can, so that in second and third year it won't be as taxing on me. And then yeah, I'm trying to be consistent with everything that I do, because I'm hoping that in the long run it will pay off. So yeah, and then on Sundays I go to church, so no work on Sundays. I will interact on Instagram and I will do stuff for my business, but that will be after church or before church. What has been your biggest challenge so far? This question is really hitting home. Okay, so my biggest challenge so far is social media. I've got a couple challenges, but hold on a second, guys. Okay, so it's hard when you put a lot of time and effort into doing stuff, so like making the content and being present and showing up on social media, and then all you get is crickets. Yeah, it's hard. I'm not gonna lie, because it's like I put so much time in and so much energy and so much effort. Like, the process of making a YouTube video, I've taught myself all of these things. Like, a lot of things that I've learned in the last 3-4 months, I've taught myself how to do it. I'm not a shy person, so, and I don't easily crack, so that has worked in my favor, and I'm determined, so that is good. But I feel like if I wasn't all of those things, I'd probably give up by now, because I'm like, I also have a degree to get, and I'm not going to throw my degree away. I do want to get this degree, and I do want to get my business, so by fire, by force, it will both happen regardless of the situation. By God's grace, it will all happen. So yeah, it's hard trying to get people to engage, and I don't know if other people that are creators or are present on social media find this, but it's hard to get people to comment on stuff and to actually engage with you. I do think my engagement has increased over the past month, so from January to present, I think it's engaged a lot. And the reason I think that is because I've been showing up every day on stories, every single day. Well, actually not every single day, not the past 2 days properly, but I've been showing up a lot more on my stories. I've been more consistent with making my TikToks, and by no means have my views just shot up, but I am seeing like my metrics and my data. When I look at my analytics on Instagram, it has improved. Like, people are more engaging, and it's because I am talking to people. Like, I make sure that it's not just about my business and it's not just about me. I ask about, how are you doing? Like, what's your well-being? What is your opinion? And the reason why I focus on those things more is because I want my business to be able to be a business where people feel like their opinions are being heard. Like I said, I wanted to build a community, at least for my YouTube channel. I am in the process of rethinking what I want this YouTube channel to be, like the purpose of it. Because when I started, I got a bit of information that people were like, this is what you need to do for YouTube. But now that I've been on here for like a couple months, I'm deciding how I want my channel to be. And that is, I'm going to implement what I want to implement to help me grow. It might not work. And if it doesn't work, I'll pivot. But I'm going to try and be original, and I'm going to try and do my own things and not follow the crowd. Some things are tried and tested and you should do it, but I need to do what's best for me and what I think works better. So I'm gonna make a video about that actually, guys, so stay tuned. I didn't really explain it properly just now, but when the video drops, you're gonna find out what it is and what I was waffling about. Next question is, what advice would I give to somebody who was thinking of starting their own business? I drop a lot of gems on this channel, so any video that you go on, you will find lots of value on tips and tricks on how to start your business from the beginning. There'll be a lot of tips, but what I would say is don't get discouraged, don't get put off. Like, you will encounter a lot of hurdles, but if you really want it and if you are passionate about what you do or what you have to offer, just know your worth and know what you bring to the table and keep it pushing. Like, it will be hard. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's not an easy walk in the park. It's not sunshine and rainbows. But trust me, when you look back and see how far you've come, you'll be so happy. So my advice is to keep it pushing and just be prepared. Be prepared for the lack of sleep. Be prepared for not everybody liking your ideas. Just be prepared to hear some crickets, and don't let it hurt you. Like, it's not a reflection on you as a person. It's just, you're gonna have to learn the metrics, learn the algorithms. Like, it's just something that you're gonna have to learn how to do. But yeah, check out all my videos for tips and tricks, guys. Right, let me wrap this up. I need to hurry up because I feel like I've been waffling for ages. So someone said, what's my favorite piece? I quite like all the hoops, but these hoops, the vintage hoops, I love these. I just think that they're okay. They're a good size. They're a nice shape. Like, they're chunky, so they add a little pizzazz to your outfit. So I just love that. The herringbone necklace. I love this slinky little piece of jewellery. But what I do find myself wearing quite often is this little number, the dainty Cassie chain, which is a bit of a shock. But guys, it's so nice and easy to wear. Like, you can get away with wearing it anywhere. I've been wearing this necklace for basically 3 months straight for every single day, and I've been having up to 3 showers a day with it, and I've been sleeping in it. You don't sleep in your jewellery and don't shower in your jewellery, but I've been doing so, and it's not been tarnishing. It's still okay. I'll make a TikTok, like I said earlier, guys. Follow me on TikTok. I'll put the handle up on one of these sides. But yeah, it's still in good, I'd still say it's in good quality. I'll do like a close-up for y'all. So let's do a jewelry check actually. So currently I am wearing these earrings. Guys, these are new pieces of jewelry. Y'all are gonna get a sneak peek of these. So yeah, these are some new hoops that I got. I just like the shape, and I've been seeing these around, like just unique geometric shaped hoops, and I wanted to stock them. And this is just a fine chain with a ruby gemstone. I'm thinking I'm not doing a Valentine's Day collection per se, but I am doing pieces of jewellery that you can buy for a Valentine's Day / Galentine's Day, whatever, a treat today. Next thing is, where do I see myself in a year's time? So in a year's time, I'd like to have my business more automated so that, like I said, I can focus more on uni. I'd also like to have be making enough money so that my business can be registered fully. When I start making that amount of money, my business will be fully registered. And yeah, just make sure that once you're in that phase, if you haven't registered, that you keep track of all your finances, your ins and your outs. You have to know what you put into your business and what has gone out, because you don't want to be getting in trouble with the tax person. Yep. Let's see if there's any more questions. So yeah, guys, I think that is it. I think that's all the questions. So I hope y'all enjoyed getting to know a little bit more about me, and you know, it wasn't much, but it was something. If y'all enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment and subscribe. Is there anything that y'all didn't know about me that you now know? Leave a comment down below, or leave a comment down below of what you think I should call these pieces. I'm not sure if I'll think of names by the time this video is released. Or also leave comments of what videos y'all would like to see in the future. So as always, stay safe guys, wherever you are, whatever your plans are, and yeah, until next time, bye.